Well, have you started having them yet? You know what I'm talking about, right? The back-to-school nightmares. It always happens to me in July. I wake up in a panic because I've just had this horrible nightmare where I've got an art room full of kids, 30 to 40 to 50 kids even, and they're all going bananas. And then in walks my principal, and in walks the classroom teacher, and then the computer lab teacher, because she wants to know what else all the racket. And here I am trying to get everybody's attention, and hey buddy, sit down, and please don't cut your neighbor's hair. And I wake up from these nightmares in a panic thinking, oh, school's starting in a matter of weeks. I need to go in there. I need to get everything just right. I need to get everything perfect and prepared and planned all out. Otherwise, my first day back is going to be a flop. And then I get all upset because I don't want to spend my last couple of weeks in school. We need this time to recover, to sleep, to rest, to create, and to feel energized for when we go back to school. So, I'm here today to tell you that no amount of hours and time spent in your room is going to make it ever as perfect as you want it to be. So you might as well just enjoy yourself now and relax, because I have one word for you that if you remember this word during the class times that you have with your students, this word is going to make sure that you have a successful back to school time with your kids. So are you ready? Here's the word. The word is welcome. If you can remember the word welcome and what each letter in this word stands for, then I promise you, you will have a successful first couple of days back to school. So let me walk you through what each letter stands for. So the W in welcome simply stands for welcome. When your students first come to art on that very first day and every other day after that, make sure you welcome them. When my students come to my room, they line up outside the door. That's where the teacher usually drops them off. And I welcome them. And I welcome them with a, "Hello, my most amazing artists." And they welcome me back, "Hello, my most amazing art teacher. How are you today?" And they respond, "Ready to create." Now, if you've never done a welcome with your students, you might want to give it a shot. It sets a really fun tone for that first day and for every other day after that. So, welcome. Then, how do you want the kids to enter your art room? Don't assume that they know. Make sure you show them. So when my students enter my art room, I have lines of tape on the floor. One line is where they walk to enter, and then the other lines show them where to sit on the floor. Now, I know that might sound kind of strict to you, but if you want those first days back to run smoothly and to get those kids in there and start creating, then you need to make sure that you have a good solid routine. So make sure they know how to enter the art room. The next thing you need to make sure to do is let them know your expectations. So I have a rule in my art room, and the rule is be kind, because that rule covers everything. However, on that first day, that you don't have to cover everything with them. So just giving them one rule will let them know your expectations. Something else I plan to do this year, because there's so much we need to pack into that first day, is make a very short video to share with my students, just to remind them where they can find things in my room and how I expect them to take care of supplies and return them when they're finished. You let them know those expectations, and again, smooth sailing on that first day and hopefully thereafter. And the C stands for create. It's the first weeks of school. A lot of these poor kids, they're just sitting and going from class to class and hearing rules and procedures everywhere they go. And I know this because when they come to me, they have that kind of glossy-eyed look on their face. Get them creating, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Get them doing something, and get them doing something that will be fun and fabulous for them. I've done things like thrown sheets of large pieces of paper down on the tables, and all the different classes will come in and paint on them. I've done things like having them even work with clay on that very first day. Have them do something engaging and let them create on that first day in art class. O is for observe. While they're creating, while they're watching that video, you need to be watching them and observing them. What do you need to remind them of next time? Who do you need to make sure doesn't sit next to whom? How are they going to treat those art supplies? What kinds of things are you observing? File that away so you know for your future art classes. Don't just let some little things you see slide. Make sure you address those things. That way you can nip any issues in the bud. M stands for make them feel special. Let them know on that first day how much you love them, how much you love art, and how much you love teaching art to them. Making them feel special, giving them hugs or high fives or whatever you feel comfortable with and what they feel comfortable with makes them feel special. Learning their name is a really big deal. Even if you have a lot of students, give it your best shot. And then, of course, exit. Exits are just as important as entrances. They need to know how to exit and leave your room in a calm manner. You don't want a mob spilling out of that classroom. Make sure they understand the procedure for exiting. So, let's take it from the top. Welcome them. Show them how you expect for them to enter the room. Let them know your expectations. Get them creating. Observe them while they're doing such things as creating. Make them feel special and show them how to exit your art room. There, piece of cake. Now, kick up your heels, relax, and enjoy your last couple of days of summer. And I'll talk to you guys real soon. Ta-ta!